Those who are silent when others are oppressed are guilty of oppression themselves. I would like to invite our next speaker, Devanshu Narang. Devanshu Narang is an Indian born Canadian truth activist, believes in fighting discrimination of all kinds everywhere in the world. He is a writer, author, performer in the creative world, and an engineering consultant, entrepreneur, realtor in business. He is a columnist for Times of India and also writes regularly for Canadian media. In a world where the right wing grows and spews hatred, Devanshu considers it his calling. Please join me, welcome Devanshu Narang.
So if you could not hear a single word what I said up until now, it was because my voice was muted. Like the voice of thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of second-class citizens all over the world, including Palestine, including Kashmir, including Tibet, including the Rohingyas, including anywhere in the world where the majority feels it is easy and right and justified to torment the minorities, to torment the people whose rights have been seized. I'm not going to talk about the politics because that is left to the distinguished speakers and learned people to talk about. I only focus on the common man. In 2020, the Pulitzer Prize went to Chani Anand, Mukhtar Khan, and Dar Yassin of the Associated Press in Kashmir. And their photojournalism focused on the happenings in Kashmir, where the Indian forces had occupied and put a total ban on the movement of people, and also removed Article 370 and Article 35 and taken over the land. They converted the state of Kashmir, which had become a part of India, into a proper illegally occupied territory. Some of these photographs you must see for yourself. I don't know whether you could see this, but this is one of the photographs I would like to show to you. Here is a man with a simple stone in his hand. He's standing, he's jumping, he's shouting, he's showing his angst against an armored vehicle full of people with tens of people with maybe automatic weapons, followed by hundred, maybe tens of other armored vehicles behind it. This man knows that even a single person who pulls the trigger can end his life, and yet he fights just with a small stone. Sometimes I think, what drives people when they do this action? How do they get that strength to fight oppression? How do they get the courage to stand in front of death and still say, we are alive? We will fight. And then I talk to my friends back home in India. I talk to my friends in Kashmir. I speak to my friends in Palestine. I remember when I was in college, I used to speak to my friends from Palestine who had come to do engineering in IIT in India from Palestine. And I used to ask them, you face problems of language, you face problems of culture, you face problems of understanding, and yet you are here thousands of miles away from Palestine. And why would you do that? And I'm talking about the years of 1985 to 1989. And they said they are doing this because there are lesser opportunities in their land of higher learning, and they want to go back to that land and create opportunities for people because they don't want to continue to live lives of second-class citizens. I went to Kashmir 2 years back, and I saw that how for 8 million people living in Kashmir, there were 1 million soldiers plus. How every kilometer I walked or I went, there were soldiers everywhere. How people are being checked if you go to Palestine, I hear from my friends in Palestine that people are checked and herded, and as herds they are checked by Israeli soldiers. They're afraid. There's a climate of fear, like there's a climate of fear in Kashmir, and not just in Kashmir, in various other parts of India, where the right-wing Indian government is using laws like CAA and NPR to create oppression, to torment its own people, and to make them second-class citizens. I know how it feels for a person to be treated as one. What do? You keep quiet? You stay silent? You see your daughters, your sisters, your mothers being harassed because of the kind of clothes they wear? You yourself feel hate. You can see the hatred in the eyes of people, and yet you have to still go on. You have to still continue to be positive about life. You have to do that because you cannot be defeated. Your spirit cannot be defeated. Kashmir cannot be defeated. Palestine cannot be defeated. Tibet cannot be defeated. Its people cannot be defeated because the human spirit inside wants to be free, wants to be treated as equal, as one. So my friends who are silent as of now, who feel that it is the struggle of somebody else, I am not a Palestinian, it is not my struggle. I am not a Kashmiri, it is not my struggle. Let me tell you, tomorrow the same right wing can come to you. People like Netanyahu, people like Modi do not believe in anything but having total power over people. And when they will have no further enemies left, they will come after you. So stand right now, fight these people, stand for the spirit. Let the Palestinians, let the Kashmiris, let anybody who's living anywhere in the world, let the national people in the world take the cause of the oppressed people and stand for them and speak out for them. Palestine is indivisible. Palestine cannot be defeated because its people cannot be defeated, and Palestine and Kashmir and Tibet live in the minds of the people. And we support them. And we secular people will continue to support them for this lifetime and beyond. Thank you.